If you've had a go at growing avocado trees from seed, you might have encountered something like this. Occasionally, you'll get a tree with multiple stems coming out from the seed. What's going on here? Is it a problem? And if it is, how do we fix it? Today, we're going to talk about it. G'day avocado enthusiasts, and welcome to Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. And I have here this young avocado tree. It's about 2 years old, it's in too small of a container, but it has two trunks. And it's pretty well always had two trunks ever since it started growing. It does have some browning leaves, that's due to some sunburn that it had earlier in the summer. I'm not worried about that. But it does have two trunks, and do I need to do anything about it? Well, let's talk about why an avocado tree might have two trunks. From my experience and research, there are two main ways that it will have two trunks. The first being that the seed is polyembryonic, meaning that it has two embryos within this seed. Seeds are a way that plants reproduce, and avocados reproduce through seeds. Inside the seed is an embryo which contains the baby shoot and the baby root, and when it's time for it to grow, they will start growing. On the rare occasion, you'll get a seed that has two embryos within a seed, and they will both start growing into their own individual trees. This is actually a problem for the young trees. If there are two trees planted very, very tightly with each other, say in one container, there's going to be some extreme competition for space in the soil. Avocados have quite an extensive root system, especially their lateral growth. They like to grow out, and they're going to be choking each other out in their container or in the ground. So there's a good chance that both of the trees will die. What's more likely though is that there's a bit of a mutation within the seed and it has produced multiple trunks. Generally, avocado trees will produce one trunk, and it's quite apically dominant, meaning that it's going to put a lot of energy into growing that one trunk, especially in its first year of life. But occasionally you'll get a seed which likes to produce multiple trunks. This isn't normal, and when growing a tree, it's not ideal. If the situation with the seed is that it's the latter, where it's one plant that just has multiple trunks, it can survive long term, especially when taken care of properly. But my preference is to have one individual trunk, which will then branch out, not multiple trunks coming out of the one seed. Having multiple trunks coming out is probably going to stunt the growth of both of the stems. Why? Well, they're sharing a root system, and they can only take up so much water and nutrition to supply the whole trunk. Now, once the tree's a bit more established, great. And under the right care, it is possible to take care of them, but my preference is to just have one trunk. So what can we do to solve this problem? Well, it's quite simple. If you have a polyembryonic seed on the rare occasion, or if your seed is just producing multiple stems and you want to get just one trunk, one tree, the solution for both occasions is pruning. If your tree is young enough and thin enough, you can use scissors, but this one's a little older, so I'm going to use some secateurs or pruners to chop it. So I'm just going to come right into the base and prune it. I'm all done with this one. As you can see, there's a reason why I didn't keep that as my main trunk. And now I have a, well, much more standard looking avocado tree. It's going to be a lot healthier now because it's not going to be trying to feed two main trunks, which means it's probably going to put a lot more energy into developing these stems. It is going to get repotted in the next few months, especially before our next growing season, and I am confident that it's going to do all right. Now, sometimes, especially with polyembryonic seeds, there will be some regrowth. The tree is going to push out new growth, as we see when we prune avocados regularly, even if we take off all of the leaves. So if that's the case, we're going to want to prune off any of the regrowth until the plant runs out of stored energy and it dies. Or it stops growing its new trunk and it pushes all of its energy into the one that we have left. So if you find yourself with an avocado tree that has multiple stems, my recommendation is to choose one that you like and prune back the one that you don't. It's going to be the best for the tree in the long run, and That's what we want. Of course, if you're into being creative with your avocado trees, experiment with it by all means, but this is my suggestion. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it and it helped you with your own avocado keeping journey. If you liked it, I'd love to know in the comments below and with that like button. And you can find me on Instagram as well at Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. If you like my kind of videos, make sure you also check out my other channel, That's Pretty Cool, where I make videos on a series of different interesting things and try to inspire a sense of wonder. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you next time.
Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree.